Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I just dropped in. I want to chit chat about Eat, Slay, Love on Peacock. It is a good reality show. Just off rip, it's a good reality show. It has Eva Marcel, Tammy Rivera, Nivea, and London Hughes. This is my type of reality show. It's not like that ratchet stuff. This is grown adult entertainment. So let's get into it. So I watched episode 1 and it was good. A lot occurred in episode 1. First of all, we get to meet the ladies. Of course, we all know Tammy, Nivea, and Eva, but we get to meet London Hughes, who is a Black Brit comedian. She's from the UK. Yeah, I think the ensemble is great. You got this UK girl with these three, what I would like to say or call the perfect mixture if you want to know or learn about Black culture in America. These women are very much representative of me. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like they represent me because of their personalities, the diversity in their personalities. You got Eva, who's super classy, the model. Tammy, down to earth, real, ratchet, the good ratchet. And you got Nivea, who's like everything. She's funny as funny. I love Nivea. Nivea had a lot of moments in this one episode where I just bust out laughing because she is funny. I love Nivea. I want to see Nivea more on TV. Nivea has personality. Nivea is just that girl, if you ask me. You know, we saw her her career, what was the early 2000s, and she kind of went away, which I think is a good thing because, you know, if you've heard Nivea's story, she's been through a lot of stuff. And that just makes me love her more. The fact that, you know, even through it all, Nivea is her. She seems authentic. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into much on Nivea. I really, as you can see, Nivea is my fave so far on this show. I think she will continue to be my fave. But anyway, let's talk about episode 1. All right, so we see Eva, beautiful, still beautiful. Eva is still mourning her divorce. She talked about how she went through a long stint of depression, and I'm assuming that's why she's lost so much weight. Eva is so thin. I feel bad for her. I hope she is healing. I hope she gets herself together. I hope she starts get her appetite back because Eva is scary thin. So I'm praying for Eva. I keep wanting to call her Nivea. And then we have Tammy, who's from Baltimore. I would not have guessed Tammy was from Baltimore. Tammy is so South. Tammy is so ATL. Tammy is just she's authentic. She's her. Again, I love Tammy, love Nivea. And then Nivea. So Nivea is her birthday weekend. They're going to Vietnam to hang out. It's a girls' trip. Apparently, Nivea is friends with London, and this is Nivea's introduction of London to the rest of the ladies, right? London Hughes surprised the heck out of me because number one, she's from the UK, and I don't know about you, I assume that they are like button up, you know, highbrow, classy people. Well, in this episode, London was the complete opposite. I first heard of London when we had that controversy with those podcast bros, Shits and Giggles. They went on Andrew Schultz's podcast and they let Andrew Schultz play in their face by, you know, talking real bad about Black women, and they just sat there and laughed. Yeah. So London spoke out about it. And, you know, as a fellow Brit, she gave us insight as to how the Black Brits are treated over there. And basically she was like, you know, that's how the white folks move over there in the UK. And the Black people are used to it. They accept it. They do not speak up for themselves. And she She talked about how she has enjoyed being in America around Black people because, especially Black women, because they have taught her that, first of all, we don't take that. We don't allow them to do us that way. And it's wrong, basically, right? So imagine my surprise when she gets on this show on the first episode and wants to argue about whose master treats them better, the UK master versus the American master. So her and Tammy have this argument about whether or not Black Brits face more injustice than American Blacks, which is so dumb. You know what I mean? Because, I don't know which face the most injustice or not, but at the end of the day, that's not an argument I would want to be having at all because it's irrelevant. And the mere fact that she has so much emotion and so much, opinion behind it leads me to believe that she kind of sees Black Brits as better than American Blacks. That's what it's given to me. I was very off put by that argument. But after I watched the episode and I, sat with it for a while, I was like, okay, I'm gonna give her some grace. This is the first episode. She does not know anything about Black American culture. She even said everything she knows about Black American culture she got from TV. Apparently in the schools over there in the UK, they taught them about Black American culture by showing them the movie Boys in the Hood. So yeah, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give her some grace. But the mere fact that she wants to have that argument is very telling. It's very telling to me. And also, girl, you need to be trying to learn from these women. Apparently, you have a preconceived notion about us, and instead of being open to hearing firsthand account from these ladies, you want to argue. So yeah, I was very disappointed in Miss London Hughes. On top of the fact, I think homegirl got a drinking problem because she wanted to drink in every scene. Not only did she want to drink in every scene, she was the only one that was obviously tipsy because of the stuff she was saying that was just so inappropriate. Now, I understand she's a comedian, but it wasn't funny. That's number one. And it was cringy. Especially the scene where when they went to dinner with Eva's friend and she's at the dinner table. She put on this scene about being, feeling away because she's never been proposed to. She's never been married. And she cracks a joke about sleeping with married men. Yeah, Miss London Hughes, I don't know. Like I say, I'm going to give her grace. I'm going to see if she does better throughout this season. But I don't know. She also, cracked a joke about Tammy being from Baltimore. She equated Baltimore with The Wire, and she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry you had to go through that." Of course, she cracked it as a joke. Tammy laughed, but I think Tammy clocked it from that point on that, okay, she might have a little something with her, and I'm going to have to check her. And Tammy ended up checking her. London also went into full-on Karen mode after the argument with Tammy about Black injustices, America versus the UK. So she checked her. She also checked her on this debate they had whether or not Sade, the singer Sade, was British or was she Nigerian. Come to find out, she's both. But apparently, London took offense to the fact that, Tammy wanted to claim her as Nigerian instead of being British. And so that became a whole thing. All of that leads me to believe that, oh no, London may be a little classist. She may be looking down her nose at us Blacks over here in America. It's strange. It's very strange. She did say that her mother owned not a restaurant, a hotel, which leads me to believe that she's upper middle class. So there's that added level of classism that I believe London is carrying. And she even admitted that she's never been to a ghetto, but she wanted to argue the fact that the UK doesn't have ghettos. So yeah, that was strange. Anyway, Nivea was a hoot all episode. The whole scene with them on the bikes was pure chaos and comedy because they're in Vietnam and apparently, you know, they don't abide by traffic rules. They don't stay in their lanes. You got vehicles and motorcycles like zooming past them, you know, cutting them off, and the ladies are just screaming. That was funny as hell to me because I would have been doing the same thing. I really like this episode. It's a quality reality show, I believe. It's produced by Will Packer. So I have high expectations. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna be a viewer. Yeah, it's definitely worth watching. I was trying to see, did I skip over anything? I don't think so, other than the fact that, you know, London really dominated this first episode. She was on full display. Like I say, I think old girl got a drinking problem. Oh, the dress scene where they were getting fitted for dresses. London was like standoffish, like, you know, she was not interested. She made the point that she didn't want to appear to be culturally appropriating the Vietnam culture just by getting a freaking dress. You know, I kind of get that, but at the same time, the way she approached it was very weird, very, I'm better than this, very, you know what I mean? And then come to find out, it wasn't about that. It was about the fact that she claims to have body dysmorphia. So I'm just like, what is it, man? What is it? Do you really have body dysmorphia? And it's ironic because earlier in the episode, you hear her accuse Eva of having body dysmorphia, which was so, everybody kind of gasped, and it was wild for her even to say that. And so yeah, in that dress scene, she was just acting real moody. And to me, that was like a sign of somebody that has a drinking problem. You know, when people have a drinking problem, they want to be tipsy at all times. And when that high side calming down, they start to get grumpy. And that's what old girl was giving. She was giving grumpy in that dress scene. I don't know. I'm gonna give her grace, but I'm gonna keep watching. Hopefully she redeems herself. She needs to chill out and relax. She has a lot to learn when it comes to Black American culture. And like I say, these are the perfect women to teach her. Whether or not she's receptive to learning, I don't know. We shall see. But yeah, those are my thoughts on episode 1. Let me know if y'all watched it. What did you think? I'm going to go ahead and jump into episode 2 and 3, and I'll be back. Thanks again for clicking on this video. Talk to you later. Bye.